Matty Moped.
Moped, let's ride,
in the
boys.
building.
Let's ride.
All right.
Glad to be on.
Hey,
T-Bag, introduce the bison in the back.
hey, everybody, you know what it is. Welcome back to the Bison in the Back.
Let's go.
We're here. You know me, TB. You know him, Randy. And coming back for his second
returning character,
our UFC and betting analyst and expert, Matty Moped.
Mr.
Live crowd, give it up.
Moped.
Thank you. Wow.
We
How do you feel?
feel great. Glad to be on. But
It's been a minute.
we turning that TV off?
No, we're keeping it on. I think. I don't know. What are we doing, T?
We should turn it off so that it's not just a giant white screen in the middle of the shop. Personally.
Let's see what it looks like. Everyone comment below right now as you're watching. Should we keep it on or off? We'll wait till we turn it off, and then we'll see.
Where is my...
I knew I had it.
That's how I know. That's how I know. Shout out Nipsey Hussle.
That's how I know.
All right.
That's how I know.
All right. So while he's doing that, Matty Moped,
Yes, sir.
we have a big event coming up this weekend.
Yes, we do.
What do you think? Can we talk about it?
The return of John Jones.
What
Sitting
else?
on my lap
What
the
else?
whole time. Come on, guys.
Right where it's supposed to be.
Gotta wake up.
Top to bottom, this is a fantastic card.
It actually is a very exciting card. We're kind of blessed. This whole
All right,
This
now
whole
we have
next couple
only
months?
A little bit. Sorry for interrupting.
blessed. You're good.
No worries.
We only have a little bit of a big delay. But it's a lot less than it was.
Oh damn, that looks worse.
No, I think it looks better, but...
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I vibe with it. It's like Pink Floyd.
Yeah,
Shout out Pink
exactly.
Floyd.
Oh yeah, so back to UFC. Great card, top to bottom. Return of John Jones after, 3 years?
3 year hiatus. Literally 3 years in March, which is
This is March. Shout out to my college
Shout
basketball fans.
shout out.
Hey,
Hey,
If we're looking at
new pod coming
if we're
soon.
looking to do a March Madness pod, I will be on that.
yes. Like, comment, subscribe for the March Madness pod. We will be doing that.
This is March. Okay, so on to UFC. The return of John Jones after a 3 year hiatus,
Let's go.
moving up to heavyweight. Gave himself 3 years to not just fight heavyweight. You know, his body, he's a true heavyweight now. If he wanted to cut down to back to light heavyweight, I don't know if he would be able to right at this moment. He'd have to lose some muscle. Did you see the video of him sparring today?
No,
I'm getting out of
He
it.
looks
I did not.
ginormous.
That's like, let's get on that. Let's get on
As
that,
you would
Joe.
expect a guy who... I wonder what he's going to weigh in at. What's your guess what he weighs in at?
250.
250?
Yeah.
Wait,
How tall is he? 6'4"?
Does he have a weight limit?
265, 266 technically is the heavyweight max. Very few heavyweights have to cut weight. Dark Lewis.
Shout out, by
I
the way.
think Justin Top on this
He got
weight.
robbed last fight. People forget.
What was his last fight?
When he got knocked down in the first 5 seconds. And then
Oh.
the ref, waved it.
I don't know if that was his last one, but that was not his. He just
I mean, debatable.
Is this the-
debatable.
Is this the footage?
No, that's not the footage. It's alright though. I mean, we'll see him on Saturday. He looks huge. He looks like a true heavyweight. I bet you he weighs in 260, right near the limit. 260 is my guess.
Yeah, I mean,
Well-
look at his brothers. 2 NFL players for brothers. I mean, he's got the frame.
He
The whole
is
family is a freak show.
going against Cyril Gane, 11-1. His only loss is against Francis Ngannou. Francis Ngannou, of course, no longer with the company anymore.
Chuck Francis,
Free agent. My guess is he joins. No, I mean, he doesn't join, but he fights in boxing.
Yeah.
Him versus Tyson Fury. Why not? Making $1 billion. Let's get his
Easy.
money.
Betting on himself.
And I would
betting
take him
on
back in
himself.
the UFC in an instant.
Yeah.
John Jones beats Cyril Gane. John Jones defends against Curtis Blades. Who else is knocking on the door?
In heavyweight,
Yeah.
Nobody.
It's kind of a
Not
weird.
even
It's in a
time.
weird place right now.
Heavyweight's always in a.
But
is always weird.
Pavlovich is a guy that's up and coming. Where's Stipe at?
Shout out to you.
Stipe is still there, so actually, yeah, Stipe would probably get the next fight if John Jones wins this. That makes sense.
But here's the thing, like what I think is like, did you see that there like aren't any other heavy after this fight? There's no more heavyweight scheduled for like a while. They just don't have fighters.
You mean main? Yeah, they have fighters. You mean like main events?
Like any ranked heavyweights are not fighting in the next few months. That's what I saw.
Is that true?
Yeah, I saw a thing on social media, so you cannot trust what you see on social media. So that's on me. That's on me. But I did see that, and I wouldn't doubt it because I just don't know who would fight.
I think the dude you just said, Pavlovich, is he not fighting? There's a heavy.
Yeah, we gotta look this up. I don't know. We gotta look up every UFC, but that is a stat I saw, and it's not looking great. But
yeah. So while you're looking that up, I'll get some analysis here.
Yeah.
So John Jones opened as an underdog in this fight, surprisingly. Not surprisingly, everyone bet him. Everyone in their mother bet him.
I want to ask you, Matty, because
Yeah.
obviously John Jones is a polarizing character. Do you think?
In the octagon or outside of the octagon you're talking about?
Well,
I'm guessing
technically both, but mainly outside is a little more hurtful towards him. Would you
outside
say?
of the octagon, 100%.
Speak on that and just
So
let me know how that affects
He's
it.
a good guy.
This is what I got to say about UFC fighters in general out of the octagon. The crowd of people who make it their life's work, become professional prize fighters, their mind is just, it's different. It's not like us three. We don't,
I agree.
We're not stepping into an octagon and fighting someone where it's, it's, you say life or death.
It really is.
It really is.
It
If
is.
you get messed up bad enough.
Look what just happened to DeMar Hamlin. All right.
Yep.
No,
that was more of a freak thing where, freak thing.
But still.
That was football, though.
Still, though.
Contact sport in general.
But
yeah.
I see what you're saying, though, because it can happen anytime.
Yeah. John Jones, particularly, outside of the octagon, is he a good guy? I'm not gonna say. I'm not ready to call him a good guy. He seems to learn from his past, and we'll see about that. As far as the steroids, HGH, whatever you got caught up with, where it's like 0.1 picograms, which is no longer counts as a positive test in the USADA.
That's just
I'm with you on that. I don't fault him for that. His only career loss is a DQ for a 12-6 elbow, which is bull.
Yep.
I mean, if you watch, it's he
fucked the guy up. You
see the sped up, John Jones' only career loss. You see the sped up video. It's him grounding and pounding the guy into a pulp.
Yeah.
And then he gets DQ'd for a 12-6 elbow. So if we're gonna talk about him inside the octagon, I think he's the best UFC fighter.
He's the GOAT.
He's the GOAT.
I think he's the
undisputed
best UFC fighter. And when he
give it up for that.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
If he wins this fight and becomes a double champ in
Right.
light heavyweight, not simultaneously,
Right.
but light heavyweight then heavyweight, that's something that is respectable, especially because John Jones' game was how he was just, not bigger, but he was longer, taller, just lankier than most of his opponents. Now he's going up to heavyweight, where it's the big dogs.
Wow, I didn't even think of that. He's gonna face someone his own size. I mean, not that he hasn't before.
Yeah, it's not that he hasn't before, but it's dudes who are also 6'5". And
that is an interesting take for sure. Definitely, it is a little. It's new. Yeah, he's out of it for a little bit.
He's been out of it for years, but he has been training the whole time, and he's just been building his body up.
And he's the GOAT.
Making sure that he's not just, going to fight a heavyweight fight at 235 pounds, 245 pounds. I think he's going to be close to the max at 260-ish. And what I'm interested in seeing in this fight, I think, is a very, very, very interesting fight. I'm interested to see how John Jones' game translates with the bigger bodies. With him having a bigger body himself, he's no longer at light heavyweight, it looked like a spider the way his legs and arms just look so long. His limbs. That's what I was looking for.
No, he's a lanky fellow.
He's a lanky fellow,
but he's built.
But now, he's but now he is put on the weight, became a true heavyweight, and he's now minus 165 in the money line versus Cyril Gane at plus 140. Total is 4.5 rounds. Over is minus 145. Under plus 115. Little surprised that the total is 4.5. My only guess is that we've seen Cyril Gane dominate people on his feet, obviously. Phenomenal striker. Probably the most skilled on the feet in the heavyweight. I wouldn't say probably. Definitely the most skilled on the feet in heavyweight.
Until John.
We'll see about John Jones. But we saw how Cyril Gane he got dominated by Francis Ngannou on the ground.
Yeah.
Did you
Francis
see that?
Ngannou, not a wrestler, no background in wrestling,
Just
straight up dominated him on the ground.
There was a clip of Cyril Gane saying that he doesn't train wrestling. Grappling, nothing. He doesn't train. You see that clip of him?
I've seen that. I think it was he doesn't do fight camps. So he only does fight camps. So when he's not in a fight camp, which is like a 12-week, 6-week, whatever it is, he doesn't train. So unless he's geared, he's been training for this fight.
Is that what he said?
I'm pretty sure he said that he does training.
I thought it was just strictly no.
But when he's
no
not
wrestling.
in a camp, he doesn't train. Which
is that an interesting take to you?
Obviously, yes.
Yeah, should you not be
with how good he is? It is surprising that he's. I mean, we
only
gotta see
training
what
for
he means
some
by
time.
when he says I don't train. What does that mean? Does that mean he's not in the gym?
That's what I'm saying.
Is he not fighting? Is he not rolling? Is
Like
he not,
he's the way I took it is that he's not training wrestling. He's not grappling.
Is he
not
lifting
doing
weights?
nothing.
Is he running? Like
that's the thing. I don't know. You just say he's doing nothing.
Twinkies on the couch.
no, I mean if you look at him, there's no the guy has a 6-pack. He's 265 pounds.
I know. That's why I'm confused.
I mean,
it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense, but maybe he's that gifted. What is he, like 6 or 11, 5-0? I mean, sorry, 5-0
He's
in
like,
UFC?
No, he's like 11, yeah.
No, I'm talking about the UFC.
UFC 5 sounds right in the
listed
UFC.
at 245.
245?
That might be, like, he'll weigh in heavier, you think?
I mean, no, if he's at 245, his last weigh-in was at 247. Yeah, I mean, still, 6-pack at 250 pounds, and he's
what are you talking
6'4".
What are you talking
That's
about?
a big body.
That is a big boy.
He has 6 fights in the UFC. Joined the UFC at 6-0. Oh, wait, he joined the UFC at 3-0.
Okay.
So and that was in 2019. He's relatively new to MMA in general.
Yeah.
And he's going against a guy, John Jones, who has basically grown up in the sport.
Yeah, he has.
Champion,
everything.
Youngest champion ever.
He's everything you want in a UFC fight.
How old is he? Champ 22, 23? He's the youngest champion
one
ever.
Of the youngest, yeah.
Not one of the youngest champ ever.
In UFC?
Yes. The youngest champion ever in UFC.
Shout out.
I want to say he was 23 when he did it.
That's impressive.
Yeah, he beat Shogun Rua at 2011. So he's been in the UFC since 2008.
Yeah.
And he's now he's making the jump to heavyweight. It's such an interesting fight. I have a future on John Jones to be the champ of heavyweight at the end of the year. I put this in. I was with
we put this in early.
Well, no, it was like what, a week before, well, not even a week, like 3 days before
this was January.
Ngannou got released.
Yes, that is fact.
It was like
I remember you asked me. So we were chilling, and Mark asked me. He was like, "Do I bet John Jones to be the heavyweight champ in UFC?"
At the end of the year.
And I said automatically yes, because I remember there were talks of him fighting Francis, and I would still take him over Francis. And so I was like, "Yes, do it." I said, "Yes, do it." And then literally, like, I don't know, at most a week later, at most, Ngannou decides not to extend his contract with UFC, and so like Merc Locksmith status.
Well, we got to see. I mean, he's got to win
Ride with Matty
Moped.
Come on, give it up, crowd.
It was just divine intervention.
You can't count chicken for the hatch. The bet was for him to be champion at the end of the year.
So he has to defend it all year long.
I mean, if he doesn't defend it, then I guess it would count still. But he needs to win this fight, and then he'll probably fight at least one more time.
Yes.
So win this fight and defend it, then the bet will pay.
Okay.
But with that being said,
what would that be like? End of the year.
Because it's for the year.
Yeah, it's for the year. It's the bet. December 31st.
But I mean, that's still a good take, no?
I mean, yeah, especially when Gane drops out. That was his main competition. And now it's Cyril Gane and Bitb, which
he will daddy
I just
them.
think he. I don't know if it's gonna be a daddy. You know, these are Cyril Gane.
Well, his last few fights have been decisions.
Just questionable decisions too.
Questionable decisions, yes.
But I think this. I do believe if John Jones wanted to retire after that light heavyweight stint, he could have.
And still been the GOAT.
Absolutely.
The GOAT, yeah.
Yes. So I think he's taken this heavyweight champ almost as a personal challenge, proving to himself he can jump the
Bounce
weight.
back from all the bullshit.
Not even bouncing back. It's just showing that he's still that guy.
He's him.
He's still that guy. Still one of the best of all, in my opinion, the best of all time. One of the best of all time.
The best.
Still has the game.
I like that take that it's more of an act of just like redemption.
Yeah.
You know
well,
what
I mean, his whole career has been redemption. He gets caught with hitting up. You got hit the pregnant woman with a car crash. Got called his wife or a girl called domestic violence. Called the police on him. Got caught doing cocaine a bunch of times.
Which is tough to do.
Yeah.
Which is impressive.
But I mean,
that is impressive.
With all of that going on in his life, he's undefeated.
Yeah, he's undefeated.
He's undefeated.
He is undefeated.
He's got.
What was his no contest?
He 12-6 a guy in the face.
No, that would be a loss. Oh, his no contest is when he tested positive for steroids. Okay.
Wasn't that the DQ though?
No, the DQ is a 12-6 loss. Counts as a loss.
That counts as a loss?
Yeah, so that's his only career loss.
Yeah.
The steroid, it gets overturned during no contest.
Really?
Yeah. All right, so I mean, we'll go for my. I don't really have a pick for this fight since I do have Jones.
Do they get
for the
drug
future.
tested like the day out?
They get drug tested by USADA. It's like any, whenever
Yeah,
they pull
it's
up.
random testing. Yeah.
It's like the NFL. They'll text you, "Hey, I'm pulling up today."
You know Paulo Costa, right? We talk about Paulo Costa. He's the one that always freaks out about how USADA always drug test him at like the worst times, and he freaks out. He thinks it's like on purpose.
I remember
It
USADA
probably
drug
is.
tested
Probably.
somebody at speaking of the day before the weigh-in. So he's mid-weight cut. I forget who.
And they have to draw blood,
and they have to draw blood from you,
which just makes you.
and it's like the dude's cutting weight.
He's already dehydrated, and yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like you lose more blood, you lose more energy and everything. So
It's
it is a
straight
shit.
up. It's straight up dangerous.
It
in my
is
opinion.
dangerous. It is
It's
dangerous.
dangerous for USADA to do that, but they did it.
They do it. And they did that to Paulo when he was freaking out.
Yeah. All right, so we'll go for the pick. I'm gonna take John Jones minus 165. You
Fuck
have
yeah.
to take him. Cyril Gane at plus 140. I mean, I don't hate it with the question mark of how John Jones is gonna look at heavyweight. How's he gonna handle all the weight? Is he gonna be able to wrestle Gane?
Yeah.
I think he is. That's why I'm taking it. And I'm not gonna touch the total.
It's whatever you believe.
I lean the over on the total just because I think John Jones is gonna try to wrestle him, but I'm not willing to put money on that.
And then you ride with Matty Moped.
I mean, Moped. You're right. I'd have to agree. I think I'm going John Jones 100%.
Taking Johnny Bones. No.
Even at age 35, even everything like.
So at age 35, especially for heavyweights, is not old.
No, we know.
Heavyweights.
We've been on this.
Heavyweights fight until they're like 40, just because heavyweights just such.
He is also just built different, 100%. And if we're looking at like the stats, he has way more of a reach, even though they're the same height. He's got 3 inch.
So as long as we're talking about.
Yeah, he's got 3+ inches.
He's listed at 205. Imagine he's in at plus
205 that's his last weight class.
It was his last one
3
for
years
light
ago.
heavyweight. But now I think he's 250.
He's just being beefing up, and not even just like
Beefcake.
putting on weight. No, not even beefcake. Like muscle.
shredded. Well,
He fights out of Albuquerque.
He does.
Interesting. He's on a 17 win streak. 17 fight win streak, by the way.
It's undefeated. Minus
Crazy
minus
time.
DQ loss.
Yeah, no contest in DQ loss.
that's just ridiculous.
All right, on to the co-main.
But yeah, do
Uh,
we ask T-Beck
Okay.
who you're going with? Who you riding with?
Well, you know what we do around these fights. We ride with Matty Moped. Let's go.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fair.
So what are we picking?
Johnny Bones Jones minus
Johnny
165.
Minus
Let's go.
165.
Let's go.
On to
Lock
the
it in,
co-main.
lock it in.
Valentina Shevchenko. Valentina the Bullet, Shevchenko, versus Alexa Grasso.
Good nickname.
Yup. She has a pistol tattooed onto the side of the body.
Fitting.
And Shevchenko is minus 800 in this fight against Grasso. Grasso, the heavy underdog, plus 575. The total is 4.5 rounds. Over, if you want to bet the over, that's plus 115 juice. The under, minus 145 juice. Not much to say about this fight. Valentina is
the GOAT.
I'm not going to say she's the best women's MMA fighter in the world right now. I'm going to put
in her division.
Nunes above her. Valentina is a close second to Nunes.
Thanks.
As far as women's MMA fighters go.
I'd agree.
Cyborg.
That's high praise.
I mean, just watch the fight.
Her striking is unmatched.
Where is she fighting out of?
She
Peru.
Is, no, not from Peru.
She's fighting out of Lima.
She's from Eastern Europe somewhere.
Oh, is she?
I mean, look at her name.
Oh yeah, she was born. She was born in Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan? You sure?
How do you pronounce that? Kyrgyzstan.
Oh, Kyrgyzstan? That makes more sense.
Nationality.
Yeah, Kyrgyzstan. Yeah,
Peruvian, and Russian.
Some Eastern European country. She is very, very good. Her only losses in the UFC are to Amanda Nunes twice. I mean, she dismantles everyone she fights. She's got wins over Lauren Murphy, Jessica Andrade, Jennifer Maia, Liz Carmouche, Jessica Ai, Joanna Yevchenko. Every fighter, Taya Santos, every fighter that's good.
Yeah. She has taken out some dope fighters.
You know, it's really like this whole class is just fighting second place. Who wants to get dismantled by Shevchenko next? So while I think Alexa Grasso, good fighter.
Is there a butt here? Is there a butt?
Good.
There is no butt.
No, there is no butt.
There's no butt. I'm not going to take Shevchenko minus 800 because that's just too much juice. But I will take the under because the total is at 4.5. Total's at 4.5, and I'm going to take the under. It's minus 145. Alexa Grasso is a decision specialist. She stands up on her feet, fights very defensive, good striker, but there's your butt.
There's your butt.
But Shevchenko's just too good. Too good. She overwhelms her on the feet. She can take her down. She's better in every aspect of the game. This is MMA. Anything can happen, but I think Shevchenko's pretty clearly going to win this one. Another title defense for one of the best women's MMA fighters we may ever see. She's that good.
Grasso
but it doesn't matter how good you are. Anyone can run into it or on elbow.
Exactly. Anyone can run into an elbow. And we're talking about the 135ers, especially for women. Alexa Grasso, not really known for her crazy knockout power. She does have 4 KOs in her pro career. But, let's see, her last finish, she submitted Joanne Wood.
She has multiple rear naked chokes, by the way.
Yeah. None of them in the UFC. She lost by rear naked choke.
I'm capped. Yeah.
Yeah, she has 1 submission in the UFC.
But she does have a lot of decision wins, so she wins the judges over.
She's very good. Yep. She fights very smart, knows when to pick her spots, doesn't get herself in too much trouble. It's hard to avoid trouble when you're fighting Shevchenko. Trouble finds you, as they say.
The only thing is, though, she is much younger. Do you think the age will play an effect or no?
Ooh.
I don't. No. I don't.
Yeah,
age,
you're probably right.
Age really?
Not even that young, 29 to 34.
Apparently, Shevchenko is a lesser reach.
It don't matter.
Shorter reach.
No, she actually has a longer reach by a half an inch.
There you go.
No, Grasso has half an inch.
I mean, it doesn't matter either way. Shevchenko is she's just too good. Too good. It's going to take a special fighter to beat her.
I think you're right.
It's going to take a special fighter. I just don't think Grasso's that special. It's more special.
She's not that guy.
Not that woman.
So are you staying away from this one?
No, I'm taking the under. I like the under 4.5.
Okay.
I'm not taking the side, though. But I do think Shevchenko wins. If you're crazy enough to bet a minus 800 fighter, go for it.
Give it up for Valentina Shevchenko, by the way.
Yeah,
I agree.
Let's go.
Very fun fighter to watch. When you watch her,
stand-up is sick.
Everything's sick. You know she is at the top of her craft.
She head kicks, knocks out people.
Jessica Ai, one of the best knockouts of all time.
Evil Eye.
Oh.
Head kick,
Dunk. See ya.
Dunk.
Dunk.
Cold.
Dunk.
Honored back. Like arms sprawled. One of the better knockouts you'll ever see.
Yeah.
In
women's
MMA,
especially.
100%.
She's definitely the GOAT. I'd agree.
Next
I'm
fight,
too.
we're gonna go Shavkat, the Nomad, Rakhmonov, -490 versus Jeff Hands of Steel Neal. Hands of Steel Neal plus 390. Shavkat undefeated in his career, undefeated in the UFC, of course, obviously. One of my favorite, I don't know if I can still call him a prospect, one of my favorite prospects in the UFC right now. Ring, thoughts on Rakhmonov? We've seen him fight.
16-0.
I'm gonna. Yes, we have. Yes, he is a demon.
Oh, he's a
demon.
Yes, he's a Kazakhstani.
We did. Last fight he knocked out a guy out or submitted him, right?
He has it all.
Let me repeat the typology. Last fight he won by guillotine choke. Yes, I do remember that. Neil Magny. Neil
Magny, vet, good fighter.
They were brawling, and I feel like for a minute Magny was gonna win, but then
He must be enough in this fight. I don't think Rakhmonov has really been in trouble in the UFC as of yet.
But then he slid out and got the guillotine.
But
I don't remember exactly. But
who I think can give him trouble, I think Jeff Neal. These odds should not be this far apart.
This is actually a great fight.
Oh, it's a sick fight.
Because
shout out Jeff
my first note here is fantastic fight here is my first note. The total is 1.5. The over is at -150. Under is +120. This is at 170. I think that Rakhmonov is a future title contender.
You can't forget him. You really can't.
No. Talking about Rakhmonov?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Because he's very
good.
Specific fighter. You can call him out 100%.
He's a dog.
You can call most fighters out just by what they look like.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, he is special, is what I'm saying. He's
he's special. When you watch him fight, you can tell when you watch him fight that he's special.
Yes.
He has it all. Great fighter. Stand-up.
He's built different.
His stand-up is insane. Good on the ground still. Well-rounded fighter. But this is going to be a test for him. A real test. Jeff Neal is no joke.
Jeff Neal's not a joke. 100%. He's a vet.
He's been in the game. He knows how to fight. He knows how to win fights. He is goated, yes.
He lost to Neil Magny, actually. Funny.
Yes, he did. He lost to Neil Magny. They have a common opponent.
Wow. Oh, Mike Perry. Show Mike Perry fighting in bare knuckle now, right?
Yeah, Mike Perry, one of my favorite fighters of all time.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Do you think he's gonna beat the shit out of Rockhold? I think he's actually gonna bury his ass.
I don't even know. Like, I don't know why Luke Rockhold's doing bare knuckle.
Is he trying to get the bag? Do they give a bag?
They must. The way they signed so many.
Big UFC.
How much of
washed up
bag
UFC
could they be getting?
That's what I mean. I don't know.
Enough to say, hey, let's go. Let's go. Let the hands fly. No gloves.
No gloves. Luke Rockhold, who is a model, by the way, is going to fight bare knuckle. His face is going to get cut up.
And he just got his ass beat by Paulo Costa.
He got his ass beat in the last 4 fights in the UFC. That's what I mean. He just looked like
he is a model.
He retired on camera.
Rockhold almost looked like his last couple of fights. It looked like he was, kind of not mailing it in, but you can tell that
he's
not.
He was sloppy as fuck.
Exactly what it looked like.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was sloppy.
He's
old though.
That's why I'm very surprised that he took this fight. I mean, they must have offered him stupid money to take this fight.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make sense. It looked like he's on the way out. The results were showing that he was on the way out.
He's just gonna do the same thing he's been doing.
Nail it in again. Mike Perry's not a dude you want to just I'll take a fight. I'll take a fight. Mike Perry's not a dude you want to just take a fight for.
That's why I'm saying Mike Perry. But
Mike Perry is a dog.
It's funny though because I remember watching video of Luke Rockhold training, and I was like, why is Luke Rockhold training hard? We were talking about this, and you're like, oh, that's not weird for him to train. I was like, I see what you're saying.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, remember we were talking about this, and then we found out he's got to fight. He was training hard.
Yeah, you were asking why is he training if he's retired? I was like, retired fighters still train.
Yeah, stay in shape, but he was specifically training MMA drills and stuff, things you would do in a camp. And now we find out he's fighting Mike Perry in bare knuckle. So yeah, I mean, I saw that he was trying to train. He was trying to. Clearly, he had someone up his sleeve. But yeah, I don't see why. But I mean, yeah, it has to be a bag thing. But yeah, sorry we digressed, but I'm going Mike Perry with that. Oh, and Chad Mendez and Eddie Alvarez, some washed up bums, but that would be a good fight.
You can't call Eddie Alvarez.
They're washed up.
At this point, he's washed up, but you can't call him a bum. Out of respect.
No, yeah, they're both.
Anyways, back to UFC 285.
But back to UFC. Jeff Neal, 32 years old, and Rakhmonov's 28. Do you think that plays a difference too?
So I personally don't look at age when I'm
at all. That doesn't even.
I only look at age when it's on the extremes, above 40 or under like 25.
Okay.
Because above 40,
like the Jake Paul situation, where he's fighting 40-year-olds and he's 25.
Oh, yeah.
That's an extreme.
Yeah, well, I'm talking in MMA.
Too.
Young MMA fighters are usually inexperienced.
Right.
Old MMA fighters. By the time you hit 40, I don't care how good you are.
Completely trained in their martial art.
Your body starts breaking down on you when you've been fighting for 20 years, whatever happens when you're above 40. So that's the only time I'll look at it. Other than that, though, like 32-28, to me, that doesn't matter at all. In this fight, I have no pick on this fight. I'm just going to watch it because I think this will be the most exciting fight on the card. Just like, output-wise.
Oh,
yeah, this is going to be a crazy.
Funny enough, Rakhmonov is from Kazakhstan.
He's from Kazakhstan, 100%.
Which is funny.
Yeah.
And he's born in Uzbekistan.
Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Eastern Europe, well represented.
Well represented. That's funny.
In the main card for this event. No pick. If you want value, Shavkat by KO plus 225. I like that. I don't know I haven't. Well, I guess let me look at the.
You know what's funny is Rakhmonov is taller but has less reach.
That happens. What's reach?
I think.
Really, I got that he has.
Oh, he has more reach. My bad. My bad.
You want the reach category?
Yeah, I'm bot season right now.
Shavkat by decision plus 225. Same values. KO.
Damn it.
I don't know. Pick whatever you want in there. If you're smart, just watch it for the entertainment. That's going to be the best part.
Yeah, watch out for the entertainment. Come on now.
I'm riding with Matty Moped. I'm thinking the same thing.
So no pick?
Yeah.
My
agree.
pick was no pick.
Are we staying away?
We're watching as a fan for this one.
Watching as a fan?
Yeah, I agree.
It's going to be a great fight. Absolutely. I agree. We're riding with that.
Riding with Matty Moped. 100%.
Stay away.
To the next.
On to the next one.
I'm actually really excited for this fight. I like Gamrot. He's a great fighter.
Jalen the Tarantula Turner, plus 175 on the money line, versus Matsus Gamrot, minus 205.
Gamer.
He's a gamer.
Total, I'm pretty sure, is Gamrot not from Eastern Europe as well?
He is from
Poland, maybe?
Poland, yes. Yeah. Born and raised in Poland, fighting in Poland.
I don't know if that's Eastern Europe. That's the total is 2.5. The over is at plus 1.5. Plus 125. The under is at minus 155. The fight is at 155 for the weight class. Turner is coming into this riding 5-fight win streak. Unfortunately for Turner, he is fighting an absolute savage.
Yeah,
in Gamrot.
He looks like no joke.
Gamrot is no joke. He is a killer. He has one of the most talented ground games in the sport, not just division, in the sport. Just beat Arman Tsarukyan in a crazy fight that went to a decision. If you're looking for pure ground fighting, one of the best fights you'll see is those two. Also, another Arman fight that's a very good ground fight is him against Islam. Two phenomenal wrestlers fighting each other, and Islam's, that fight was one of his closest fights was Arman Tsarukyan.
Other than both?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Because, I would say Islam's definitely ran through everybody I've seen.
His wrestling is insane. Arman Tsarukyan's wrestling is insane. Gamrot's ground game is insane. One of the most talented ground games in the sport. He is an absolute killer. My pick is Gamrot minus 205. I'm also going to sprinkle Gamrot by sub plus 300.
I think I will.
This might be my favorite pick of the card.
Yeah.
Gamrot minus 205.
I agree. Gamrot is a demon. I would definitely. I want to preface that they call him the Tarantula for a reason. He's big body,
Big body,
He
long
does
limbs.
long limbs.
I feel I didn't talk about Turner at all. Turner's a phenomenal fighter.
Yeah, he is a great fighter.
Yeah,
I just want
the reach disparity.
I just want to
77 is he's
Gamrot's probably has like nubs for him.
I want to just advocate that like
inch.
Gamrot is a demon. I would also ride with Gamrot, but there is a big disadvantage in this fight. You have to. Would you say a little bit?
Talking about reach,
Size advantage, overall.
Definitely reach.
Yes.
I mean, it's 6'2" with a 77-inch versus 5'8" with a 70.
yeah. So like any not any most
And a
wrestlers,
younger dog.
Most wrestlers have shorter arms, especially when they're from Eastern Europe.
Yep.
I feel like that's just like I don't know, genetic
That's
thing.
just their build, yeah.
But like you look at all the Russians, they have short arms
And they get it done.
and they get it done just because they. I don't know. It's
Their
just,
grip.
It's just different.
It's their grip.
It's different.
I'm telling you, it's
Control
all about
the
the
wrist.
grip because.
Control the wrist.
Well, just watch him fight. Like Gamrot, I could watch him fight 100 times in a row. And I would never get
he's
bored.
fun.
He's fun to watch. Great on the ground. Moves around. Not a boring wrestler. That'll be a fun fight.
He's
Fun
a well-rounded
fact: Jalen Turner's last loss in the UFC. Can anyone tell me? Without looking it up, as you go to look it up.
I cannot, but I have it right here. Damn. You want to say it?
You said it.
Brad Riddell.
That is not his last loss in the UFC. That was a win. You're looking for the big red thing.
No way.
Steamroller for Bola.
You're lying to me.
Steamroller for Bola, the last loss for Jalen Turner.
Steamroller, a good guy.
Steamroller, one of my favorite fighters. Yeah.
Let's go.
That is hysterical.
Yeah, one of my favorite fighters. Hopefully one day.
How old is Favola?
I'm gonna guess 31.
32. Close.
32.
Okay.
Steamroller. Hopefully one day he'll be on the pod.
Shouts.
Yeah,
Steamroller.
we'll get him. Hey, Steamroller.
Shouts.
Hit our line.
I saw you.
We'll get our people
Saw
in
you
touch
at
with your
MSG
people.
knockout. What's his name?
He fought,
Azatar, I think
You
is
were-
his last name. I was at the card, yeah.
you were there with the
With the keys.
That was the Poirier Gaethje fight, right?
Yes. Was that the first MSG card I went to? I've been to MSG twice.
Yeah.
This was the Pereira versus not John Jones. Adesanya fight. That's the one.
And this, you met Aljo there, right? That was the most recent.
Yeah, met Aljo.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't meet Jalen Turner, but I saw Jalen Turner.
No shit.
At MSG. I also saw Steamroller's boy. What's his name? Billy Q. Billy Quarantillo. Okay, on to the next.
Shout out.
And we're going with Gamrot.
And we're going to go, Gamrot minus 205. I love that pick. And
We're riding with Matty.
we're going to sprinkle by sub plus 300.
I love that as well. Let's go. Give it up.
Introduce
Thank you.
next.
Studio
Who got
Lights.
next?
Next, we have the Uber prospect, Bo Nickel.
Bo Nickel.
Minus 1,500 versus Jamie the Night Wolf Pickett plus 900.
So Bo Nickel is the he's the Olympic wrestler, right? No,
I don't think he's Olympic. Division I wrestler.
he's D1.
Three-time champ, I think. Three-time
Okay.
Division I wrestling champion.
Matty.
Yeah, three-time Matty champ. I think he
That's
lost.
impressive.
He lost in the chip his freshman year. One of the more hyped up prospects we've seen. He's only 3-0. He had and two of those fights are on Dana White Contender Series. Still, he's minus 1,500. No, I mean he dominated both fights. Dana White after the first one said, "We'll see one more fight, and then I'll give you a contract if you win." Walked in, rolled the guy over, and won. The total's at 1.5. The over is plus 250. Under is minus 320. So Vegas thinks this is going to end, and it's going to end quickly.
Why do you think that?
Just by the odds, Bo Nickel's minus
Just Bo Nickel.
1,500, and the under 1.5 is minus 320. So they're saying it's going to end quickly. College. So my notes, they got college wrestling go. Bo Nickel, huge favorites,
College
and deservedly
wrestling
so. This is, I think, it's technically his UFC debut. Bo Nickel.
Yeah, because I think the last time he fought, you had to watch it.
It was on Dana White Contender Series.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is his UFC debut, and he's debuting on a main event, not main event, main card on the pay-per-view. Pretty big praise for a young kid. I got here. Pickett is not a can per se,
But he's washed up. He's fighting a washed up fighter.
can't call a guy washed up that never really had.
That never had it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that he never had it. He's in the UFC, but
he's 13-8.
He's not a ranked guy. He never was a ranked guy.
Yeah, not great record.
Yeah, not a great record.
His current streak is 2 losses. So if he loses this, is he out? Is he see ya?
I mean, it's tough to say he's gone after losing to Bo Nickel, but I don't know.
But it's Bo Nickel.
It doesn't matter either way. Obviously, I mean, you can't bet Nickel minus 1,500. It just doesn't make sense. And I'm not going to take Pickett.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
You're not a fan of the price tag.
I'm not a fan of the price tag, and I'm not a fan of Pickett to win at all.
But this one you just enjoy.
This one, I'm going to take Nickel by sub, minus 150 is the
pick. Okay.
Come on now.
Because you think he's going to manhandle him.
Yeah, he's going to pick him up.
Turn him over.
He's going to pick him up, put him down, take the back, and then he's just going to go to work.
Yeah.
I think it's as simple as that. Whether it happens in the first round or whether Pickett's, grinds it out for a couple rounds and ends it, even if he makes a decision, Nickel wins. I like him by sub. His first 2 wins in Dana White Contender Series also by sub.
Yeah, I think it's, the worst fighters to go against are the wrestlers. We know this.
Yes.
The wrestlers are the worst ones.
My favorite fighters to bet on are wrestlers.
Because they're just dogs. Dude.
They take the risk away. When you stand on the feet, I don't care who you're across from in the octagon, they can knock you out.
Yes.
When you take them down, put them on their back, the danger level goes from, if you're sitting and stand up, it's 100% if you're standing up. You can get knocked out at any time.
Yeah.
When you're on the ground, you have the guy on their back, you can't get knocked out, really. They can be dangerous off the back, but they have to be very good jiu-jitsu guys, which Pickett is not a very, very good jiu-jitsu guy. I just don't see any danger.
He's not like Randy.
No.
Shout out.
I don't know about that, but...
Very, very
Hashtag soon.
Hashtag.
I don't know about that, but, I've rolled with wrestlers, and...
They're bastards.
They're just like the worst people to roll with because they're just tough guys.
They're gritty, grimy,
grimy, dirty, slimy. They'll do literally whatever it takes.
They'll put their nose in the dirt and grit out a win.
Yeah.
Which is why I like betting on them.
Which is why you want someone that has that dog in them, and they have just a different mindset, mindset in my opinion, and I think you want to get those guys that have that dog in them and have the ability and don't give up. Wrestlers have a gas tank. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You have to.
If you're wrestling, you have to have a gas tank.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Just
Diesel.
If you're a wrestler, they love it and they die for it. It's crazy.
They love it. That's what they love. They love the grind.
Shout out Evan McGuire. You get shouts out Evan McGuire.
Shout out Evan McGuire.
Evan McGuire says he hates wrestling, but dude, he loved wrestling.
Yeah, he was a wrestler.
Yeah, everyone. They all say they hated wrestling, and then you see him running 600 laps around the gym.
Yeah.
And then
continue to wrestle and try to wrestle Z Brand and tears his ACL because Z Brand's 300 pounds. It's just kidding. Z Brand's been in the gym. He's 300 pounds of raw muscle. He has been grinding. Off couch, he's benching 3 plates basically.
That's crazy.
I know, that is crazy. He off couch is benching 3 plates.
Shut up.
I mean, he's been in it for a month or two, but
that's a month or two, and he's benching 3 plates.
2 months in, he's already benching 3 plates. It's kind of ridiculous.
That's cheese.
It is.
That's cheese.
So
that's cheese, but I'm not surprised at all.
No, it's not surprising. It's just dumb.
Surprised.
It's just so dumb.
It's just cheese.
It's just so dumb.
Not many guys have that makeup where they can just do that.
So he can't also wrestle.
Also a dude who likes getting down and dirty.
Wrestling background, big wrestling.
I do like the Bo Nickel sub pick.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a pick that I am going to advertise and tell everyone I know. Take Bo Nickel myself, but I'm going to take that personally.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll give it out in the pot. Why not?
Hey.
On to the next. One of my favorite fighters in the UFC, Cody No Love Garbrandt.
You are a huge Cody Garbrandt
Minus 175 versus Trayvon 5-star.
I do like him in this fight, though.
Plus 150.
Cody No Love.
I do like Cody No Love in this fight.
I feel like if you were a UFC fighter, No Love, that'd be a sick nickname.
No, that is
Brandon No Love Behringer.
Nah, if I were to be...
I don't know really what it means. I just love it. No love. I just think
he
it's
has no love, no mercy. I think that's what I thought about.
Or he gets no love from the fans.
It's a double entendre. Multiple meanings.
It's a sweet
nickname. No, if I were to be a UFC fighter though, my nickname would be Man of the Year. 100%.
Man of the Year.
Man of the Year.
Walk out to
Schoolboy Q.
Man of the Year.
And he'd be performing with me.
Man of the Year.
Let's make it happen.
Would you ever let Logic perform his Man of the Year as you walk out?
Yeah, I mean.
You know it?
I don't know.
We'll listen after.
Shout out.
It's actually not bad.
Logic.
Shout out Logic. I'm not a Logic hater, but I just don't know.
I like Logic.
I'm a big music fan, so I should. I think Logic's like the only rapper I haven't listened to all his albums.
The only?
Like basically.
All right.
Basically.
J. Cole too, or did you just go down J. Cole?
I've already been down.
In your ear.
I re-listened to it actually. I've been down it before, but I recently re-listened to it.
I swear you listen to albums and
in rotation.
No, you'll listen to a full album in like no time. It's impressive.
Well, it's because it's not as long as people think it is. People think listening to an album is it depends. Some of them are an hour, some of them more, some of them are less. I feel like a majority of them are less.
When I was driving from Providence to Mass, when I was living in Providence, driving home for like coaching and stuff, it was like an hour drive, and it was perfect for just nailed myself. It was perfect for like an hour if I want to listen to an album and or like a
that is an hour. Yeah, exactly.
It was I don't know. I didn't mind the drive at all.
I agree. I think driving time is my.
Perfect.
That's the thing. I drive. Do you want to know why I get it done fast? Because my driving time is my listening to music time, and I drive constantly. So I'm just constantly listening to shit.
Start calling him Moped the way he's whipping around.
No. You got the Matty mopeds though.
Yeah, all right. Anyway, so the total is 1.5. The over is -130. The under is +100. The fight's at 135. I have here my first thing.
Good should be Cody. No arms.
Oh, he's got arms. He just doesn't have a ring.
He's big body.
I got no love. Small body. 135. No love.
But he looks big body.
Has been shown no love in the octagon, as he has lost 5 of his last 6, with 4 of those by knockout. Giles himself is entering this fight on a 3-fight skid. The skills are self-evident when watching Cody, but the results are just not there. It's almost like a bull when they see red. He just loses all control of his body, just starts throwing haymakers.
That's tough.
And he gets caught. His chin is not strong enough where he can just see red and start throwing haymakers. He has hands. Really watching, there's some UFC dudes who just don't. But his hands are so good. He's so fast, so quick. It just doesn't make sense how he loses all his fights.
I know. He really was supposed to be a demon.
Well, he was, and he is, but the results have just not been there. If he loses this fight, is it crazy to say that he gets cut?
No, it's not. Because
he's lost his last 5.
But you could say the same for this Trevon Jones.
Giles? What?
I said Trevon Jones.
Oh, yeah.
They're both on big losing streaks. So I think, whoever loses this is out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I had... I'm not Giles. Trevon Jones.
What?
I don't know. I have road here, Giles. I think I said Giles to start. But Trevon Jones, yes.
But
he's 1-3 in the UFC with a win over Mario Bautista, who's pretty good.
Mark, can you tell me Cody Garbrandt's last loss?
Last loss?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an Australian guy,
Kai France.
He got knocked out.
Yeah, but Kai France
is his last win. That's the one that's tough to find.
Yep.
With the crazy buzzer beater
knockout. Yeah.
That's what I mean. He has hands like that, where he straight up one-tap that guy with 1 second left in the round. He has hands like that. I just don't. I don't get it.
BD Cruz.
But you talking about Garbrandt?
Yeah.
Garbrandt's good.
Yeah.
He's good wins.
But he had that little stint with Dillashaw where you just couldn't beat Dillashaw, which is so crazy.
Dillashaw was on roids.
Dillashaw was on EPO.
Yeah.
That's facts. Yeah, but ever since then, literally ever since losing to TJ Dillashaw, he hasn't been the same.
Yeah.
He really hasn't been the same.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
It's funny how MMA works. My lean, Cody Garbrandt, I just can't.
You can't see him losing to this bum?
With a good conscience give a pick out of Cody Garbrandt moneyline on the pod because he just loses. He finds ways to lose fights. And that is not a fighter I want to put money on. Will I be betting on him?
He gets no love.
He gets no love.
So you got to be the only one.
I like the under 1.5, honestly. I'm going to give that pick out under 1.5. I can't, with a good conscience, give out a Cody Garbrandt pick. Even though I do think he wins, it's just he finds ways to lose.
No, I agree. Like you want to root for him, but
the skills are there.
You can't because
you can root for him. The skills are there, and he's a good fighter.
But you can't ride.
You can't put your money on him.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to put my money on him. Where as soon as he lands a good right, all of a sudden he's throwing haymakers. Like not even trying to fight. He's just trying to knock the guy out with no
looking for ways to lose.
It's just looking to get caught.
Yeah, it's not organized.
Not looking to get. He's looking to get caught, and he gets caught. Yeah. Not a guy like to bet on. But I thought that.
But it would be fun to watch. That's what we know.
Oh yeah,
it'll be fun. It'll be.
Garbrandt's never in a bad fight.
So are you staying away or?
I'm staying away.
I agree.
My official pick is staying away. I lean under, and I lean on the under. I lean on the under. But my official pick is staying away.
Oh, this next fight is so. This card is actually dope. Great card.
Said it grip.
Yeah, great card.
Top to bottom, very, very good card. We got Derek, the one, Brunson.
The one.
Plus 190 on the money line versus Duplessis, still not.
Duplessis.
Duplessis.
The total is 1.5. I think he's from either South America.
Still Knox is his nickname.
Yeah, he's from South Africa?
South Africa.
Yep.
He is a total of 1.5. The over is minus 160. Under is plus 130. Fights at 185. I have here, it's a great test for Duplessis after a good win over Till. Till, did you see the news today?
What happened to Darren Till?
Oh, you didn't see. He got released from the UFC.
Damn, about time, huh?
How do you feel
about that?
He asked for his release.
Oh, really?
Yes, he asked for his release.
You trying to go with bare knuckle?
No, I don't. He said he has. I don't know. He tweeted something out and basically said he asked for his release, but he's not done to unfinished business, something like that. I don't know what he's planning. I don't know who. I don't know what he's planning on doing. But yeah, so Till, not UFC anymore.
Yeah, I mean, is that a surprise to you?
No.
Yeah,
he's been disappointing.
Very disappointing.
He's been disappointing.
I'm afraid McGregor. Shut your dumb mouth. I feel like it works.
Take it easy on Siri, man.
Yeah, she's just trying to
She
help.
shouldn't be listening.
She doesn't understand.
As we all know, McGregor is making a comeback fighting Michael Chandler soon after his Ultimate Fighter series, and I fear that McGregor's gonna have a similar bounce back as Gane Till. But I want him to so bad.
I think he's a favorite in that fight. I really have no idea who wins that fight.
I mean, it's McGregor. Of course he is. I would bet McGregor too, but he's could be on his
own. So back to the Brunson Duplessis fight. Duplessis is good, very good.
Yeah,
sort of he's kind of a prospect. I think he's graduated from the prospect status now, but he is an up and comer. And I think Brunson is a perfect fight for him right now. I think this is a very good fight. Good test for Duplessis. I actually like Brunson in this fight at plus 190.
You really?
Yes. This is a large age disparity.
Yep. Yeah, I was just about to say 10 year. I mean, but blonde Brunson, he.
No longer blonde.
He's no longer blonde,
but he is still the one.
The reason why I like Brunson, he just seems to have he seems to enjoy playing the underdog role. He has wins over Till before Till. I think the Brunson fight is what officially was like, all right, Till maybe he isn't what he thought he was.
Mm-hmm.
Because Brunson is just, he knows how to win fights. When I'm looking to bet on guys, he knows how to win fights.
But he also knows how to lose fights.
Well, he loses fights because he's not as skilled as other guys.
Well, I think his last fight against the Killer
overachieving.
Gorilla, it was more of like he gassed out.
Oh, he gassed out big time.
Yeah, big time. He just blew the load completely. And
which happens.
It does happen, but if you're a veteran in the game, you can't be doing that.
Correct. That is correct.
That's rookie.
Mm-hmm.
So I do like Derek Brunson as a fighter, but I don't know. I feel like I'd stay away from him in this fight. Me personally.
I'll tell you why I think.
You tell me.
You telling me you're not riding with Matty?
I'm not betting on this fight at all, but I'm just advocating.
But if you were to bet on the fight,
I'm not. I'm staying away. I'm completely staying away.
The reason why I watched the Brad Tavares versus Duplessis fight. First round, Duplessis gets taken down by Tavares and loses the round.
Mm-hmm.
He's on his back and he really doesn't get up. He has a very hard time on his back. Although Duplessis has submissions, has a great submission game, it's more from top control, which is obviously much easier to work with.
Yeah.
When he's on his back,
But he got hands.
Oh, he's got hands, 100%. What I'm saying is Brunson knows how to win fights. He knows he's not going to beat Duplessis on feet.
He does his research.
I'm guessing he's going to take 15.
He's going to try to finish him on the ground.
He's going to try to win by decision. It's going to be a Brunson snooze fest. He's going to take the guy, take Duplessis
wrestle his ass,
wrestle him on the ground, keep him on his back, stay away from the dangerous top game of Duplessis, stay away from the striking game of Duplessis.
I see what you're saying.
Lay on top of him for 3 rounds. Twitter will be beefing, saying it's bad, blue, snooze fest. I'll be sitting in the corner,
laughing to the bank,
as
taking the moped to the drive. Yes, sir.
No, I agree.
So, I mean, take it with a grain of salt. It's a plus 190 underdog. It's not like it's a sure thing. I like the value, and I think it's a good spot for Brunson to play the underdog well, which he does.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm taking it. I like the value. I'm not saying that he wins the fight 10 out of 10 times. I'm saying he wins the fight 4 out of 10 times, and this is one of the 4 times.
Wow.
Hey,
that's great insight. Great insight by Matty Moped right there.
Value's too
good.
Research. The value's just too good to give up, in my opinion.
I can't believe they're fighting so early too in the card.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like the classic gatekeeper role, the young up and comer fighting the vet. It's not a main. This isn't a main card fight on name value, but Duplessis, if he wins this fight,
could be up there.
Will start to turn some heads. Especially all the fighters on this card have a pretty unique opportunity here with John Jones' return fight.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of eyes on for these people. A lot of chances for people to make their name.
That's true. It is going to pull.
And I think
John Jones
Duplessis is the type of dude that could do that, where he could first round crazy knockout and put his name out there like that. Because I think he deserves it. He's a good fighter.
I agree.
Saturday won't be his night.
Wow,
okay. Hey, I like it.
Give it up for that take right there by Matty Moped.
Hey.
You know we're riding.
I agree.
So we'll go on to the next one here. We have Vivian Arujo, even money versus Amanda Ribas, minus 130. Total's 2.5. The over is minus 265. Under is plus 210. This fight is at 125. They're, as you can tell by the odds, pretty close. They're both great fighters. Very, very even. I want to give an edge to Ribas on the ground, and on the feet a little bit too, but on the ground, Ribas, Brazili, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Check isn't Aruja from
Brazil?
I think she's also from Brazil. Yeah.
They're both Brazil, yeah.
There you go, both Brazili.
Wow.
So battle of the country, man, country woman here.
11-4 versus 10-3.
Yeah, 2 good fighters. Ribas, her only 2 UFC losses are to Chukatian and Mariana Rodriguez, who are both good fighters. Aruja, her only losses are to also Chukatian and Alexa Grasso, who we just talked about, is fighting for the belt. So their only losses in UFC are to legit talent, and they're both legit. I really don't have a pick. I have Ribas minus 130.
I kind of like that Ribas is number 29 and Arujo is number 10, so that's a big jump. So she must have.
That's the Tapology ratings. That's not right.
Oh, that's not the ranking?
No, it's not the ranking.
Wow, I always thought that was the ranking.
I mean, it is a ranking. It's just Tapology's ranking of them. It's not like UFC sanctioned.
Oh, okay.
So you can look up the UFC.
But, yeah, where they stand, yeah. But, I mean, that's still a big jump nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, so obviously the over is at 2.5 and it's minus 265 on the over. So Vegas is predicting it to go the distance. They're 125. They don't have a ton of pop in either of them. They might be able to get a finish on the ground, but with them both being Brazilian, they're both probably pretty decent on the ground, defensively at least. So I think it goes the distance. I'm not going to bet the over if it's at 265. I'd like Ribas minus 130. Low odds, so it's worth a waiver, in my opinion.
You think this is going to be a ground battle?
I really don't know.
A lot of similarities between the two.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I don't know.
It's going to be a stalemate. I like decision.
That's why it's a close, you like the fight to end outside the distance, to go the distance. You can bet on that type of stuff. I don't have to look into it, but you can bet on a fight to go a distance. You don't pick a winner. You don't.
Is that the over or the under?
Yes. But so technically, if you bet over 2.5, the fight could end in the third round in the last minute. Final round in the last 2.5 minutes, and the over would hit, but the to go the distance would not hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you were to bet to go the distance, it'd probably be minus 2, or would be more. Yeah, I think it'd be a little less, so like minus 250 maybe.
Yeah. No,
because there's like an extra 2.5 minutes.
Right, no, that makes sense.
Yeah. All right, on to the next. I mean, do you guys have a pick for that one?
I think that's one I would just stay away, me personally. But I do think if I had to guess, I think that looks definitely like a decision.
Looks like a decision.
Their last few fights have also been decisions.
Yeah.
Both of them. Like you said, similar literally stats, everything. The only difference is Arujo is a little older. 7 years.
All right, so we'll go to the next one. We got Julian, the Cuban Missile Crisis, Marquez, plus 130.
I love that.
Versus Marc-Andre Powerball Barrios.
I love that too.
The French Canadian.
Shout out.
Cuban Missile Crisis, I believe he's from America. He's probably Cuban descent.
Barrios has some belts though from where? Where did he used to fight?
Probably in some Canadian league or something.
No shit, huh? So he's a champ.
He's a champ, but his UFC career has been lackluster.
Yeah,
has it really?
So, yeah, Barrios, so the total is 1.5.
He's American.
Marquez is?
Yeah, from Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah, I think he must have Cuban descent if he's going to nickname himself the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Right.
Yeah. And then it says he's got...
Okay, so...
But even his... He's had a little bit of a lackluster past.
Yeah, so both these guys don't have great UFC careers.
Yeah.
Barrios' 3 wins in the UFC have not aged very well. Jordan Wright and Dulce Ambula both are on 4-fight losing streaks in the UFC. Jordan Wright is alright. He's alright, and then I've seen that other dude fight. I'm not going to try to pronounce it again. I think I've seen him fight once. I don't have much recollection of him. I do know the name, though. I mean, how can you forget seeing that name? And then Marquez's UFC wins are also not that good. Win against Sam Alvey, who we know is a Cuban punching bag. Maki Pitolo, not in the UFC anymore. Sam Alvey also not.
Shouts.
Darren Stewart, also not in the UFC anymore. So those are his UFC wins. None of them are in the UFC anymore. But he does have a pretty nasty... This is kind of like a viral clip on YouTube and stuff. Marquez has a crazy head kick knockout of Phil Haas on the Contender Series. Let's check if Phil Haas is still in the UFC. Phil.
Shout out.
Where's Philly?
Am I pulling him up? I'd be. Sorry.
No, I'm pulling him up. I'm saying, where's Philly? You gotta get him on a pod. If we were to do a college basketball pod, that'd be a good time to get Philly on a pod.
I mean... We need it. We need to diversify the betting. Yeah, March Madness.
We need to fill out our brackets.
Ooh, I like that.
On the pod.
I like that. That'd be a good pod.
We'll try to get the monitor working.
So Phil Haas still in UFC 1-4 or 1-3 in his last 4 fights. But Phil Haas is a solid fighter, and he has a head-to-head knockout. It was in Contender Series back in the day, but still counts as a win. Still a good win for him. With that being said, I really don't have any feelings either way about this fight, just because I don't really like either of the guys. So
just stay away.
It's picking between two fighters that I don't
enjoy the
like.
fight.
I mean, I might just take the under just because I like some.
It's like
I want to see violence.
It's like watching the.
It looks like some violence going to happen.
Exactly. Two teams I don't like watching. Two fighters I don't necessarily like. Yeah. Whatever. My least favorite fight in the card. With that being said, that probably means that he's going to get some crazy spinning heel kick knockout and make him shut up. But, all right, you guys have a pick for that? I don't really have a pick for that one.
I don't.
Yeah, it looks like a stay away.
That's a stay away.
I'm just enjoying these fights.
Yeah, just enjoy. To the crowd.
Now we got another one of my favorite fighters in the UFC.
Machado.
Ian, the future Gary. Minus 730, so huge favorite versus Kanan the Assassin Song. The total is 1.5. The over is at minus 125. Under is at minus 125.
Wow, this looks like a good one.
All Ian Gary fights again. He's a very exciting fighter, phenomenal. Kanan, he's 4-2 in the UFC with 3 knockouts, so he's not.
I feel like we've watched one of his fights before.
He's not bad. Look up some of his fights.
11.
Ian Gary, huge favorite after starting his UFC career 3-0, and his MMA career 9-0.
10-0. I have.
10-0?
Yeah, he's 10-0.
Oh, okay.
Either
way, obviously, very talented, very good.
He has no losses.
Yes, he has no losses.
Even
his last 2
out of
fights
UFC
went to a decision. A little surprisingly, I thought he was going to win both by on feet knocking out the guy. But I will give Gary by knockout as my pick for this one, minus 135.
Oh, wow.
I don't want to lay the minus 730. I don't want to lay that much. I just never do.
Mm-hmm.
But I will take Gary by knockout, minus 135.
What's the price tag range you like to stay with?
I mean, it depends. I bet on, what's his name? 170 chance that just got head kick knockout.
You talking about Usman?
Usman. I bet on Usman. I believe I bet on him minus 400 before.
So I don't need on that.
That's not that bad, though.
I mean, you have to throw $400 to 100.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, it's bad. Minus 400 is a big favorite.
Against a fight who?
I don't remember. I mean, he's a big favorite like all these fights.
Colby? You
No, I took Colby on that fight actually.
No, that's a good price tag.
So minus, it's like minus 400. I forget how much I threw, but it's hard to bet lines like that. It just is.
Tough.
Like 730, I've never bet on somebody minus that much.
So you got to put 800 to get 200.
So Ian, for 400. Ian Gary, you'd have to throw $730 to 100.
Damn, that is like
Bo Nickel,
so unworth it.
You'd have to throw $1,500 to win $100 for Bo Nickel to win. Yeah, worth it when it wins, and then you kill yourself when it that's the type of bet where you kill yourself if you lose. I just put 1.5K win 100 and the guy lost.
Dude, that's
beat you at the toe, baby. So that's why I'm staying away from minus 730. Like when Nunes lost, bro, she was like minus 1,000 and she lost.
Dude.
Imagine if you put $1,000 on somebody and they were that big of a favorite and they lost.
That's like Drake putting 400,000, but like that doesn't mean anything to him. But like, but that's still let me check the toe.
Yeah. Ouch. Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why we stay away from high price tags. We'll take the value at minus 135 for the knockout, and we will hop into the next one. Well, actually,
see, that's why you're smart with it because. Fuck the money lines. You're just in for the.
He looks at all aspects.
When you gotta find value. There's always value.
Yeah,
you just gotta find
that's what I meant to say.
Value.
Is you're good at picking value. Find the value.
Find the value.
I like that. I like that.
He's athletic. We're looking for value.
Value. Find the value.
It's like,
yeah, so the rest of the early prelims, I don't really have much to say about any of them. The first fight of the night, Loic Radzhabov making his UFC debut, and then Esteban Ribovic also making his UFC debut.
11-0.
Yeah, 11-0. He's actually an underdog in that fight, though.
Dude, wow, Louis doesn't even have a height or reach listed.
Because he's probably from some faraway land.
He doesn't have
He's fighting out of the U.S.
Yeah, he probably went to like American Top Team or something. But he's from, let's see where he's from. Tajikistan. That's where he's from. His nickname is Jaguar Paw.
He's 5'8", 68-inch reach. 31 years old.
Yeah, fighting out of Florida. I think that's where he's from.
Jaguar Paw.
Jaguar Paw is a nickname.
So does he fight out of Jacksonville?
Duval.
And then the next fight on the early prelims, is Fareed Basharat versus Damon Blackshear. Damon the Monster Blackshear, pretty good nickname.
We've watched Basharat, haven't we?
We've watched his brother fight, Javid Basharat.
No way.
Yes, we have. His brother, good fighter.
He's Demon, right?
Yeah, his brother's a good fighter. Fareed, also a good fighter. Both the Basharats are good fighters.
Really?
And they're both pretty fun to watch. They have fun styles. I watched some
9-0.
YouTube videos about Basharat. I watched Blackshear's only fight in UFC. It was actually a draw. I think this will be an underrated fight in the card. No pick either way. I don't know much about either of them. But from what little research I've done, I think it'll be an interesting fight to watch. We'll move on to Jessica Penne versus Tabitha Ricci.
Mm-hmm. Ricci.
I'm not Brazilian. I'm not going to pronounce it. My guess.
Her nickname is Baby Shark.
Yeah.
Wait, have you seen her fight? I feel like I remember that.
Ricci, yes, Ricci's fight.
Yeah, Ricci has a short reach.
Yeah, she's small body.
61.
Yeah, minus 300. Favorite though, pretty big favorite. Baby Shark. Shout out the Nats World Series run. I forget the dude's name, but he had a walkout. His walkout song was Baby Shark. And the whole crowd would do the shark thing. Fun time. Zach Thomas.
Fun time to be a Nats fan.
Penne's 40 years old. What do you think about that?
See, that's when I start paying attention to the age when they hit
40 and 25.
I'd rather the Linguini.
I'd rather the Ricci.
All right. What do we got next?
Is that the last fight?
The last fight that we're going to talk about. Again, I don't know much about either of them. Mana Martinez versus Cameron Simon. I think Simon, this is his UFC debut.
Yeah, 7-0.
No, he already made his debut against Stephen Boswell. And he won on a third round.
He's also from South Africa.
Yeah, he's from South Africa. Kind of a wave moving on. JP Buys, I think, also from South Africa. So there's a couple now coming into UFC from South Africa. Duplessis leading the way.
Wait, talk about the standing KO for a second. The knees and uppercuts. Was he dogging?
I didn't see that fight, so I'm not sure. But a standing knockout means that the guy was standing up and the referee came over and called him while he was still standing.
He was just getting ding, bing,
yeah,
ding,
doink,
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 doink, doink. I can only take so much. So I mean, again, no picks on that one. I think Simon, pretty big favorite. We'll be watching that, taking notes on it, and putting it in the back of mind for the next time they fight. Looking for value, of course.
Yeah,
I like that pick.
Yeah.
Going in on this card.
Yeah, a lot of times,
a lot of prospects.
People don't know
Asterisks against the losses.
A lot of prospects when they enter the UFC come in undefeated because they fight like that dude Ribovic.
That's how you get in though.
Yeah,
you have to be undefeated. You know what I mean?
You don't have to.
You don't have to be, but like if you're
if you look at Ribovic's records, right? He's 11-0. Let's look at the records of the people he's fought and beat. That's what you got to look at. So his first win was against a guy who was 1-2. Next win against a guy that was 5-2. Next win was against a guy that was 0-0. First career fight. Then 5-6. then 2-2, then 2-0-1, then 4-5. Now he fights a guy that's 21-6. Good for them.
Those are pretty good records. Not bad.
Those are pretty bad records.
No,
the only good record that he's fought is the guy who's 5-2.
Wait, what's
11-3? Thomas Ball. He fought in Contender Series. So
you just said he beat a guy that was 26-2.
21-6. That's a solid record, yeah, but it's in the UFS 9. What is this? United Fighting Series. It's out of Argentina.
Ooh.
Yeah, the main event was Alan Villalaba versus Matthias Collar. And it's all Argentinians, so I think it's like a strictly Argentinian thing, and there's not a ton of talent in the MMA world out there, except for a trivia question: who is another Argentinian UFC fighter?
Well,
Santiago Ponzinibbio. Santiago Ponzinibbio.
I didn't know.
But he's good.
He's good.
He's good.
His problem was
He's been amazing.
took a long hiatus for various reasons. That was his downfall. But he's a solid fighter. So that wraps up the analysis of my part. Would you guys got any questions, thoughts, comments, concerns, anything else you want to talk about before we?
I want to ask, what does this card mean to you?
What does it mean to me?
This is a big card.
John Jones.
A lot of loved, beloved fighters here. What is it?
I'm excited to watch Gamrot fight. I'm excited to watch Garbrandt fight. I'm excited to watch.
This is a stat card that we've had in a while.
It's a pay-per-view, so a lot of pay-per-views are going to be this good. A lot of them are not going to be this good, too. That's
Islam Volk wasn't this good, though.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
That was because of Australia. And I'm not,
yeah, true.
They have all the Islanders, and I'm not a huge fan of a lot of them.
If Ty was two of us,
if Ty fought in that card, it would have been.
That would have been sick.
Because everyone loves Ty.
Yeah, he's fun.
Give it up for Ty.
Yeah, shout out Ty.
Give it up to Ty. He's a great fighter.
But this is definitely a part of the GOAT.
100%. If he wins the heavyweight title, I don't know how you can't put him as the best UFC fighter of all time.
Ever bounce back. What a redemption! The story narrative is crazy town.
Yeah.
John Jones is one of the most ridiculous humans you'll ever see. One of the most physically gifted people on the planet, and the way he treated his body, as you can tell from all the shit that happened to him and arrested and drugs, didn't treat it like a temple.
Character.
But still,
was undefeated.
The results speak for themselves, and it's not just undefeated. He beats guys. He dominated people. 23 years old, beat Shogun Rua in Shogun's prime to win the belt. You hear the interview. He sounds like a kid when he talks. He's younger than us, and he was a light heavyweight champion of the world. Younger than us.
I think what's crazy is he off rip got the shot of the belt. Off rip.
Heavyweight?
Heavy.
We said it ourselves. Heavyweight's a weird division.
It is.
And we're talking about John Jones,
right? That's why it's just so crazy.
Francis stepping down, 100%. I think Francis stepping down.
But he still would have got a shot at the belt. He would have fought Francis right away, 100%.
We'll never know. I don't think so.
I think so.
That's fine. I'm fine with you saying that because it's John Jones.
Right.
Just like if Conor McGregor got a title shot
McGregor
tomorrow,
off rip would basically be getting a title shot.
People aren't going to question.
I'm not. I mean, people would question it.
Well, yeah.
Insane because at this point, McGregor is falling off. John Jones hasn't fallen off yet.
That's true.
His last two wins are questionable wins, but they're wins.
Right. McGregor has consistently lost like 3 fights in a row.
Lost 3 fights.
Yeah,
John Jones hasn't fallen off.
Hasn't lost. Right.
We'll see. 3-year break, bump it up, put on a lot of muscle, put on a lot of weight.
Ooh,
it's very interesting.
And it's honestly what's gonna be funny is John Jones won't fight till 2 a.m. and that's fine. I'll pop a perk. No, I won't do that. But I'm staying up
responsibly.
No. I don't do that. I don't do none of that. All I know is he will not fight till 2 a.m. Like Like I will put proof of that.
Be up.
But I will be up. Like nothing will stop me from being up.
to the TV screen.
I'm gonna be up for this whole entire card because this is sick.
There's
card. It means a lot to me.
Skips.
There's no skips, right?
There's no skips.
The entire time you're just gonna be, fucking thrilled by what you're gonna see. I think there's a lot of great fighters that. I don't think anybody's gonna disappoint. Is what I think. Like the worst thing that a person in anything in life can be is boring. Especially with fighting. Like if you're a boring fighter, it's the worst. That's why everyone shits on Izzy. But like,
dub's a dub though.
Dub's a dub.
End of the day.
But that's what sets this card apart from everything else. I don't think it's gonna be one of those things where it's like dub's dub. Like I think people are gonna fucking fight.
Besides Brunson gonna take down, laying prey.
But even that's kind of fun.
No, it's not.
You don't think it's fun when
it's gonna be fun
wrestles?
when Merc's skirting to the bank.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be fun when I'm scooting to the
exactly.
The but
yes, sir.
Like his win over Kevin Holland, terrible fight. Laid on top of him for 3 rounds and won. His win against Till.
But he subbed him.
Yeah, he did.
That's a good end.
In the 3rd round, after sitting on him for the first 2 rounds. It's
sitting on his nose.
Close.
Oh God! Yeah, no, you're right.
I wish. I'm just looking at this now.
Best thing, Duplessis could fucking rock.
Oh yeah, if Duplessis knocks him out in the 1st round, whatever.
All I'm saying is every fighter is gonna be on one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this will be a great card. I hope everyone enjoys it. Hope everyone enjoyed our analysis of it.
I'm excited for this.
We hope you ride with Matty Moped.
Hope we win some money together.
Yeah,
remember the pick of the day is Gamrot minus 200. I know it's
pick of the day
minus 200. There's juice. That's juice, but
it's a little juicy.
It's juice, but I don't mind laying juice.
Let's go.
Gamrot
wins.
Go.
He got the juice. He's got the juice. Show chance.
All right, so
I love that.
We'll end the UFC section of this pod right now.
Yeah, I mean we've been going for an hour 20. You want to keep going?
An hour 20. I think we call this one right now.
We call it right now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, why don't you hit us with an outro then, Matty Merrick? Well, actually, really quick.
Put me on the spot right now.
Really quick.
I don't have that in my bag.
I want to say, Matty Merrick, thank you so much for pulling up for this.
Thanks for having me on.
We're gonna do this more often. I don't know if you're going for.
Give it to him.
Give it. Thank you.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, I.
Power of friendship prevails. One more time for the kids.
Yeah, there it is.
There you go.
Thank you guys for having me on.
Yeah,
we need to make this. We need a Merc segment, like weekly segment.
I'll talk UFC all day long. I'll talk college basketball all day long. I'll talk MLB
football,
MLB. I'll talk MLB all day long.
Shout out Tristan Cassis.
Hey. Yeah, shout out.
So, hopefully you'll see me. Hopefully you'll see me more often on this pod.
That's what we need.
Let's go.
We need more Matty Merck. We need more Matty Moped.
Live crowd.
We need more PMAC. We need more. Shout out Ed McGuire. Show PMAC.
Let's wrap this up. Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah.
Appreciate the love as always.
Thank you guys. Like, comment, subscribe.
Comment your pick. Let me know what you're riding with this week.
Can you give us the tagline? You always riding shoddy when the bice are in the back.
That's what I was going to say.
Yes, sir. So, yep, not only you ride with Matty Moped, you riding with the bice. Riding shoddy with the bice. Yes. So
always ride with Matty Moped.
We'll comment, subscribe.
How the picks go. Can't wait. Let's go. John Bones Jones could be back on top.
Finish it for us. Finish it now.
Hey, thanks you guys for watching. Keep supporting. Love you guys.
Much love. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you. And we good.